I never thought I'd be the kind of dad who'd end up scrolling through TikTok to find evidence of a crime. But that's exactly where this story starts. I'm a single dad, 37, software engineer, divorced for 4 years. My daughter, Lily, is 12. Smart, shy, artistic kid. The kind who draws on napkins during dinner, who gets nervous talking to new people, but will sing in her room when she thinks no one's listening. Her mom left when Lily was 8. I got full custody after a long, ugly process. I won't lie, the years after that were brutal. Trying to be both parents at once, holding down a job, keeping a kid's world stable when mine was falling apart. Then last year, I met Erin. She was funny, confident, a little too outspoken, but I liked that about her. She worked in social media marketing, content strategy, she called it, which basically meant she filmed everything. Dinners, walks, arguments, all of it had the potential to go viral. At first, I brushed it off as harmless. I wasn't a fan of living my life through a camera lens, but she was good with Lily, patient, friendly, playful. Or so I thought. The first red flag was subtle. Erin started commenting on Lily's looks. She's beautiful, but she's too aware of it, she'd say. Or, you shouldn't let her spend so much time in front of mirrors. It'll go to her head. Lily had just started middle school, and like any kid that age, she was figuring herself out. She'd started experimenting with hairstyles, braids, clips, glittery scrunchies. Nothing excessive, just being 12. I told Erin to ease up. She's just a kid, I said. Erin would smile and say, I'm just trying to keep her grounded. It didn't feel wrong enough to confront her seriously, not yet. A few weeks later, I caught Erin filming Lily without her knowing. It was a Sunday morning. Lily was in the kitchen making pancakes, hair tied up messily, still in pajamas. Erin had her phone propped against the toaster. When I asked what she was doing, she laughed. It's just a morning vlog. Chill, I'll blur her face. I told her not to post it. She rolled her eyes and said, Fine. You're so uptight sometimes. Later that night, I found the video on her TikTok, 40,000 views already, captioned, Raising a Gen Alpha Queen Who Thinks She Runs the House Faced with Tears of Joy. The comments were full of strangers judging my daughter's tone, her posture, her face. That's when I told Erin that Lily was off limits for social media. She's not content, I said. She's my kid. Erin agreed, or pretended to. She even took the video down. For a while, things were calm. Until the day it all exploded. It was the first week of summer break. I had to work late, so Erin picked Lily up from her art class. She said they'd hang out at my house until I got home. At 5:30, I got a text from Erin. We had a little incident. I'll explain when you're home. Don't overreact. That phrase, don't overreact, hit me like static in my chest. When I got home at 6, Lily wasn't in her room. Erin was sitting on the couch, phone in hand, smiling nervously. Where's Lily? I asked. She's fine, Erin said quickly. We just had to teach her a little lesson. Then she gestured toward the hallway. Lily stepped out, shaking, eyes red from crying. And her hair was gone, buzzed, shaved down to her scalp. I swear, my mind went blank for a second. What the hell did you do? I said, barely recognizing my own voice. Erin actually smiled. Relax, it's just hair. She wouldn't stop obsessing over her appearance. I told her vanity has consequences. Then she held up her phone. And it's already blowing up, people love it. I didn't understand what she meant until later that night, when Lily was asleep, or pretending to be. I went into Erin's TikTok account and saw it. The video, titled, When Your Stepdaughter Needs to Learn Humility Smiling Face with Horns, Scissors, #parenting, #life lessons. It showed Erin holding clippers, laughing, while Lily sat crying in the chair. The sound was trending, upbeat pop music, completely clashing with Lily's sobs. It had over 500,000 views. Hundreds of comments, some defending her. Most horrified. WTF, this is abuse. Poor kid. Who does this for likes? I could feel my pulse in my temples. I took screenshots of everything. The video, the comments, the upload time. Then I called the police. When the officers arrived, Erin was still in the living room. She actually tried to explain herself. She was being bratty. I didn't hurt her. I just cut her hair. My mom used to do the same to me. I showed them the video. Both officers went dead silent for a moment. Then one turned to the other and said quietly, That's child endangerment and humiliation on camera. They arrested her right there. She didn't fight it, just kept saying, It's a misunderstanding. It's content. I'll never forget Lily's face as she watched them take Aaron away. Confusion, guilt, relief, all at once. She whispered, "Did I do something wrong?" And that broke me. I knelt down and told her, "No, sweetheart, you didn't do anything wrong." She did. That night, I sat on the edge of my bed, scrolling through the comments again, because part of me couldn't believe it was real. People had already reposted the video everywhere. Aaron's account was suspended, but the damage was done. Lily's face, her tears, were out there forever, and I couldn't undo it. I thought about deleting every device in the house, scrubbing the internet, calling lawyers. But instead, I just sat there, staring at my own reflection in the phone screen, trying to figure out how I'd let someone like that into our lives. The next morning, CPS came for an interview. They asked questions, gentle, professional, necessary. Lily was scared, but they were kind. When they left, she asked, "Is she going to jail?" I told her, "Maybe for a while." She nodded quietly, then said something I'll never forget. "I hope she learns her own lesson about being mean." It's been almost 3 months since that day. 3 months since my daughter's hair hit the floor. 3 months since I heard Aaron's voice shouting, "It's content," as the police pulled her out of our home. And I've spent every one of those 90 days trying to rebuild what she broke. The first few weeks were the hardest. Lily wouldn't go outside. She refused to go back to art class. When I suggested getting her hair trimmed at a salon to even it out, she cried. She said she didn't want anyone to see her. So we stayed in. We cooked. We watched old cartoons. I bought her a sketchbook and told her to draw her feelings instead of hiding from them. She started sketching a girl with short hair, again and again, until one day the girl started smiling in her drawings. That's when I knew she was healing, slowly. Meanwhile, Aaron's video had gone everywhere. Even though TikTok deleted it, it had already been re-uploaded on Reddit, YouTube, and Twitter. Titles like "Influencer Mom Shaves 12-Year-Old's Head for Views." The internet did what it does best. Half of them defended her, half wanted her jailed for life. Aaron's brand deals evaporated overnight. Her account was banned across every platform. She went from a self-proclaimed content queen to trending under the hashtag child abuse for clout. When her lawyer called me, he tried to sound diplomatic. "She's remorseful," he said. "She's willing to apologize publicly." I told him, "She doesn't owe the public an apology. She owes it to a 12-year-old girl who still checks the mirror to make sure no one's filming her." The police investigation moved faster than I expected. Since the act was recorded and publicly posted, there was undeniable evidence of child abuse and emotional endangerment. She was charged, released on bail, and then pled guilty after her own attorney told her she had no chance in court. When we went to the hearing, Aaron looked small, not like the loud, performative woman who'd fill a room with her voice. She didn't even look at me. But when she saw Lily sitting beside me, wearing a hoodie and a baseball cap to hide her still-growing hair, I saw a flicker of something: guilt, fear, maybe shame. The judge gave her 6 months in county jail, 2 years probation, and a lifetime restriction from contacting Lily or posting any media that depicts a minor. When the sentence was read, Lily squeezed my hand. She didn't say a word, but her grip said everything. Afterward, we stopped for ice cream. Something normal, something safe. Lily smiled for the first time in weeks. "Can I dye my hair purple when it grows back?" she asked. I laughed. "You can dye it every color of the rainbow if you want." A few weeks later, we were sitting at the park when a stranger came up. She looked nervous, holding her phone. "Sorry, are you the dad from that TikTok thing?" Before I could say anything, Lily turned to her and said, "We're not doing that anymore." Then she grabbed my hand and walked away. It was the most powerful sentence I'd ever heard her say. Her hair's starting to grow back now, soft curls covering the scars that aren't visible but still there. She's laughing again. She started a new art class with a teacher who told her, "You can make something beautiful out of what hurt you." And she is. Last week, she showed me a drawing: a girl with short purple hair standing in front of a mirror, smiling. At the bottom, she'd written, "I'm still me." I asked if she wanted to share it online. She said no. Some things don't need an audience. As for Erin, last I heard, she's trying to write a book about cancel culture. She still doesn't get it. Some people never will. But Lily does. She learned something far stronger than a lesson about vanity. She learned about boundaries and kindness and what real strength looks like. the kind that grows back, strand by strand, in quiet defiance. And me? I learned that love isn't about forgiving monsters who call their cruelty content. It's about protecting the people who trust you to keep their world safe, even when it means burning a bridge you once thought you'd walk across forever. Because some lessons don't belong on TikTok. Some of them are written in silence, in strength, and in the soft sound of a little girl's laughter returning after a storm.